Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be taking a look at the Luminous 8000 lumen LED lights from Costco. These were recently on sale for $15.99 and they promise to be the equivalent of a 500 watt incandescent light bulb. So we're here at my mom and dad's shop and we're going to put these things to the test. We're going to do an unboxing on them. I'm going to give you some general impressions. We're going to take a look at things like power draw and then we're going to compare them to the old incandescent bulbs that we have here in the shop. So let's get into it. Okay, so this is the Luminous 8000 lumen light that we picked up from Costco here. So first thing you'll notice, this light has three different ratings on it. You've got 8000 lumens, 4000 lumens, or 800 lumens. So the way that this system actually works is when you initially flip your light switch on, you're gonna end up getting the full 8000 lumens at an 80 watt power draw. Okay, if you turn the light off and then right back on again, you're gonna get 4000 lumens at a 35 watt power draw. You do that a third time, and then you're gonna get 800 lumens at an 8 watt power draw. Okay, so the nice thing with this setup here is these bulbs are rated for 50,000 hours. Okay, so you're gonna get a lot of longevity out of these. Most of the lights that you end up purchasing from a place like Amazon, if you take a look, the ratings are gonna be really subjective. Okay, it's going to be really hard to, some will say 20,000 hours, some will say 30,000 hours. It's going to be difficult to really nail that down. Okay, so the other thing that we're going to then take a look at here is the color temperature. Okay, so the color temperature is really going to determine what the light actually looks like. Okay, your typical incandescent bulbs are going to be somewhere between 2700 and 3000 kelvins. When you get into those daylight style bulbs, those are going to be somewhere between 4,000 and 5,000 kelvins. Okay, these lights are really nice because they clock in at 4,000, so they're kind of just right on that borderline of between being a warm white or being a daylight style bulb. So that's really cool. Another really nice thing with this particular light here is it is an E26 base, but it does also include a base extension, which is really nice. Okay, so another thing that really drew me to these lights here, and hopefully the camera's going to pick it up here. Now again, we're in Manitoba and it can get super cold here. These lights are rated to work down to minus 40 degrees Celsius, okay, or plus 45. So when you're in a climate that gets as cold as it does here, these should have no issues working based on what we see on the box here. Okay, so let's go ahead and open them up and let's see what we get for our $15.99 on sale here. All right, so first things first, we've got that base. Okay, so these extension bases are really nice because depending on the type of socket or fixture you're trying to put these in, these will give you that extra little bit of reach. So it's awesome to see that they include that in the box. Okay, and then we've got the actual bulb itself here, as well as some documentation. Okay, so I'm not going to really dig too much into the documentation here, but the nice thing is these actually give you a 5-year warranty. Plus, when you purchase from Costco, you've got the awesome Costco purchase protection there too. So, you know, I felt really confident in picking these up. So let's take a look at the actual light here and see what we are working with. All right, so it is a 4-petal design. So if we take a look here, you've got LEDs on the base, and then all of these petals will extend up here. So you can angle these individually however you want, but the nice thing is you're going to be getting really good light coverage here. Okay, and you can take a look at the base here and you can see so again, this is rated for 80 watts at full power. So what I want to do is just a quick test to see how much power this is actually going to draw. So to do that, I have got a power meter here, okay, and I have a clamp light. So my clamp light currently has a 60 watt LED bulb installed in it, okay? And I believe power draw on that's probably gonna be somewhere between 8 to 10 watts, let's say. So I'm gonna turn that fella on, okay? And when I turn them on, let's see. Okay, it looks like we're pulling about 7.6 watts. Okay, great. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what this guy's gonna pull. So I'll unscrew this bulb here. I'm going to use the extension because again, this is a pretty shallow bowl on this clamp light. So I've got my extension in there, and now let's thread this big fella in place. Okay, so it looks like he's in there. I'm gonna fire this up. Okay, so the camera doesn't do it justice, but this thing is super, super bright. Okay, so right now it shows I'm pulling 37.1 watts. Okay, now you probably won't be able to see that on camera because of how I'm set up here. Okay, there we go. Looks like now we can actually see that. So I'm gonna turn them off, turn them back on again. Now that's gonna drop the power draw down. Okay, so now I'm at 7.7 watts. So now I'm pulling the equivalent of about 800 lumens. Now when I turn them off and back on again, there's full brightness. Okay, so let's give the power meter a second to catch up. There it is. Hopefully the camera will pick it up here. But yeah, we're pulling 81 watts and this thing is lighting up the entire room right now. So I don't know if it's worth it, but there you go, guys. That's what you're working with. All right. So let's go ahead and get these installed in the shop and see what kind of a difference they're going to make. Okay, so we're going to start off by swapping out the old bulbs that are in here. So hopefully you guys can catch some of those in the background. So we'll start off by swapping those old bulbs out, and then we're going to end up comparing them to the new LED bulbs. Now, something you got to keep in mind first. When you are doing this, when you're trying to take these old bulbs out, you got to have them off first. These new LEDs, when you install them, you can't have any power going to the socket apparently, because it could do something to the LEDs. So we're going to turn them off. And also, word to the wise, these are between 300 and 500 watt incandescents. They are going to be hot if you've left them on. So we'll go ahead and make sure that those are turned off first, and then you'll be able to see the time lapse of us changing them all out. Okay, so we got 3 of the 4 installed already, but the last one is going to be a little bit more challenging because we got a wood pile in the way. So luckily, and I really apologize to any of my coworkers who may see this because I work for a safety association, but the hospital's only a half mile that way, and I know everyone working tonight, so we're going to be okay, I promise. It's been tested. So we'll go get the last one up, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to flip the switch, and we're going to try to see, are these worth the time and effort to install them? I think we're going to be impressed. So let's see. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see me or not, but those are all 4 bulbs changed. So here's the moment of truth. Okay guys, flip your lights on and let's see. Oh, look at that. What a difference. Wow, look at that. You can actually see everything in here now. Whoo, that's not bad, eh? Okay folks, so there you have it. We were able to get all 4 lights installed, and you can see for yourself what a difference it is in here. It's so much brighter, going to be a lot easier to work, going to be a lot easier for my parents to be able to get stuff done. So folks, you know the drill. If you liked the video, please consider giving me a subscribe, giving me that thumbs up. Goes a long way to helping out the channel, and we'll catch you in the next one. See you next time. So the most important thing to know with these bulbs here is they each put out 8,000 lumens, okay? So what that means is you're getting 8,000 lumens worth of light for only 80 watts of power versus 500 for an incandescent bulb, okay? I know what you're thinking. Are they going to be reliable? Well, that's what we're going to find out when we do the review.